Hey, what's up you guys? Today I'm filming an actual makeup tutorial. This is going to be my very first video on YouTube, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. This is the look we're going to be getting to, so without further ado, just go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so there are two products I use for my eyebrows. I start off my face with my eyebrows, and then I do my eyes, and I do my whole face. So there's a couple things I do before I do my eyebrows, and the first thing I like to do is I put foundation on my forehead because I hate trying to put foundation on top of the eyebrows and then there's just a line of regular skin and then the rest is your foundation skin. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's how I do things. I do things backwards. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on the foundation on my skin. Today I wanted to go for more of like a dewy look, so I'm actually going to be using a drugstore, the True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous Makeup by L'Oreal. And this is the color nude beige W3. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on my forehead, and then we're gonna start right on the eyebrow. So I'm just gonna go right through this part real quick. Okay, so now I just kind of like dab it, the foundation on the back of my hand and put it all over my forehead and just blend that out with my beauty blender on the forehead, so the weird shape or the weird shade between your eyebrows and your forehead, it's all uniform and just one color all the way through. That way you don't have any leftover skin between the eyebrow and the forehead. Then I take my Tattoo Studio gel eyebrow stuff, and I'm just going to put that on my eyebrow brush, and I'll go ahead and do two lines, one below and then one on top of my eyebrow, just to get my desired shape that I usually use. So just going right in there and using that, and I'll shade it in between, and then after I shaded it in between, I'll go ahead and use whatever leftover product I have on the brush and bring it to the front of my eyebrows to give it more of that faded look. That way you just don't have blocky eyebrows. Blocky eyebrows ain't cute, y'all. So yeah, you just see me shading it there. My eyebrows is usually what takes me the longest in my makeup routine because I'm really OCD about those. So you just see me shading it in the front, making sure that it's nice and uniform. And usually I'll go back in with my beauty blender just to fade the eyebrow a little bit more. I find that when you kind of hit the front of your eyebrow with the beauty blender, it kind of gives it that more of that faded look, but I'll go back in and kind of redo the line on top if it looks a little bit too faded. And then next, I think I'm going to be, carving the underneath of my eyebrow with my Conceal It by LA Colors. This is in the lightest shade, and then I'm using a Wet n Wild brush. I believe it's a flat shader brush, but it's really little, and it's perfect for carving the underneath of your eyebrows. And then I just kind of bring that product down onto my eyelid just to make sure that it looks all blended and nice. Yeah, this is the longest part of my makeup routine, but I think it takes everybody quite a while to do their eyebrows, and that's it for that one eyebrow. Okay, so once my eyebrows are done, I put concealer on my eyelids just to get that ready and prepped for the eyeshadow. So we're going to be doing a really just simple eyeshadow look today. Today I'm going to be using the Too Faced Natural Matte Palette. Looks like that. And we're going to be using two colors. We're going to be using the shade Strapless and the shade Chocolate Cookie. Those are the only two shades I honestly use in this palette besides the white one. And I love the look it gives. It gives such a pretty natural but glam look, and quickly. It's awesome. So I'm going to be using those two colors and just creating like a smoky eyes. So my camera cut off whenever I put the transition shade in my crease, but just so you guys know, I put the shade Strapless like I pointed out in the previous video, and I just brought it all the way up and out because we are going to do a wing liner, and we're going to cut it with some concealer just to make it look nice and sharp. So now I'm just going to go straight into the Chocolate Cookie on the eyelid and blend that all the way up. Okay, so now I'm using the Chocolate Cookie shade out of my Natural Matte Palette by Too Faced. What I'm doing is I'm just dabbing that with a flat shader brush all over my eyelid, just making sure that that's completely covered. You want to make sure you don't want to put a base on your eyelid. You really want this color to stick. I find that this color sticks better whenever you just leave the primer or concealer on the eyelid by itself. So I find that it works better like that. Now I'm just taking a buffing brush and I'm just completely blending out everything on my eyelid, making sure that there's no harsh lines or anything like that. And you see me kind of taking it out past my brow. That's because I am going to cut it with concealer later, but here I'm just buffing that out. Okay, so now that you literally look like you have been punched in the face for stealing your bitch, someone just walked in the house. We're going to cut it with some concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and use the same concealer that I've been using, the Conceal It by LA Colors. I really like this concealer. It's not too heavy and it's not too lightweight. It's just the right coverage for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that concealer and cut the eyeshadow look. And then we're going to run right into it with some liquid liner. Okay, so now you'll see me taking that same concealer. And what I'm doing is just cutting the outside edges of my eyeshadow, just making sure that they look nice and sharp and on point. You see me dancing a little bit because I'm like so excited about how this eyeshadow is gonna look when it's all said and done. But like, yeah, so now I'm just doing the other side, and usually I have to fix them. Usually they're like uneven, and I see like every little default, so you'll see me go on the other side and make sure that they're both even. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so now for this part, I'm just taking my mascara and applying that all over my lashes, making sure that looks good and our lashes are nice and black. So now I'm taking my eyelash glue and applying this eyelash. I didn't film an intro for this part. I guess I forgot to, but this is me applying my lash to make sure it looks nice and good. I always struggle putting on my lashes, I swear. This is like the worst part because it takes me forever to put on my lashes, but I always do it on the outer corner first and then on the inner corner because I hate when the inner corner always pops off. You see me go in there multiple times to try and like fix that, but I always apply my eyelashes at an upward angle just so you get the full effect of them and you get the full flirty lash look. So that's me applying that first eyelash. Okay, so now that I have both of my eyelashes on, I'm actually going to go ahead and go straight into my foundation, and we're going to finish off the rest of our face. So like I said before in the video, I'm going to be using the Lumi True Match Healthy Luminous Makeup. It has a sunscreen, it has SPF 20 in it, so this is awesome if you're going to like be outside all day and want to make sure that your skin is protected. This has SPF 20 in it, and this is in the shade Nude Beige W3. This is what the bottle looks like. I love this stuff. I use it all the time. It's super hydrating to the skin, and that's what I love about it. Alright, so now I'm just dabbing or putting this on the back of my hand and dabbing it all over my face, blending it down onto my neck because it is a couple shades lighter than me. I love this foundation. It's very, very hydrating to the skin, which is what I love about it. And like I said previously, the SPF is amazing. So I'm just blending that all in with my damp beauty blender. Okay, so now after I'm done with that, I go straight into concealer, and today I'm going to be using a different concealer than what we've been using in the whole video. I'm actually going to go ahead in with the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous. This is in the lightest shade. The packaging is like, or the little thing down here that tells you what shade it is gone. I don't know, I must have picked it off or something, but I know it's in the lightest shade, so I'm going to put that on underneath my eyes, and that's really all where I like to highlight is just underneath my eye. With the concealer. I don't like to go crazy with it, so. Alright, so using that same concealer, the Hello Gorgeous by CoverGirl in the lightest shade, I'm just applying that under my eyes and dragging it downward so it blends in good with my foundation. I look funny. So I'm just blending that in again with the same damp beauty blender. Usually I use my fingers just to get the inner corners because I feel like the beauty blender never ever reaches that area. So you just see me here just blending that in really well to the skin. And yeah, so I think it looks pretty good so far. So once I've blended out that concealer, I'm actually going to go in with my powder, and we are going to powder, highlight, and contour our face. I'm going to add a little bit of blush, so this next video is just going to be all of that. Okay, so now I'm using my Airspun in Honey Beige. This is a wonderful translucent powder. You see me just literally take a bunch of it on the back of a powder brush and I put that all over my face. I have quite oily skin, so I make sure I put a bunch on my face just to keep me nice and matte throughout the day. So here you see me just doing that. And then now I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm just going to use that to put excess powder underneath my eye just to set that under eye to keep the concealer from creasing throughout the day. I do put quite a lot of powder on, but there's that. And so now I believe I'm going to go ahead right into my contour. I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. I love this for contour because it's not too warm and it's not too of a cool tone, so I'm just putting that right on my cheekbones and blending it onto my forehead just to add some color back into my skin. Now I'm taking my blush, I believe this is by LA Colors, and I'm just adding that right on top of that contour, just not adding too much so you don't look like you have too much color there. Now I'm using my Wet n Wild highlighter. This highlighter is absolutely beautiful. I believe it only retails for like $4, and you can really compare this highlighter to high-end makeup brands. This stuff is awesome and it's lasted me a very long time. So you just see me putting that on my cheekbones, on my nose, my Cupid's bow, bringing that above my forehead and in the middle of my forehead just to keep it dewy and pretty. Okay, so now that our highlight and our blush and our contour is done, I'm gonna go straight into lipstick. The lipstick that I'm choosing today is going to be the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick. This is in the shade, why doesn't it stay? I'm not sure what shade this is in, but it's a nude color. It usually has it on the bottom, but I can't see it. Rouge, I don't know. Maybe it's rouge? I don't know, but I'm going to be using this Anastasia Beverly Hills Pretty Nude Liquid Lipstick, and I'm just going to apply that. Okay, so now what I'm just doing is applying this liquid lipstick, the Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick. It's more of like a nude color, so what I'm doing is just applying that on my bottom lip. I do overdraw my bottom lip just a little bit, just because I do like to have that pouty lip look, and then I line the top of my lips first and then fill in the rest of the gaps. So you just see me kind of being careful around the Cupid's bow because I do want to keep that highlight right above the Cupid's bow. So I'm sorry if you can't see it because of my mirror. I really had to bend down, but this is just that, me filling it in. Oh my gosh, you guys, I totally forgot bottom mascara, so I'm actually going to go ahead and apply that now. Of course, I forget bottom mascara. Classically, that is me. Usually, if I forget mascara and I'm in my car, I just put it on in my car at a stoplight, but, you know, naturally I forget the mascara on the bottom. Okay, so now I'm just taking the same mascara that I used previously. I'm just going to apply that on my bottom lashes. I really love this mascara because it's double-ended. There's one wand just to really get in there with the bottom lashes, and I love it because of that. So I'm just really focusing on that. And then I take the bigger end just to kind of help separate the lashes so they don't look so clumpy. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. But let's talk about how awesome this mascara is though, you guys. It's so freaking cool. I think I got it in one of my Ipsy bags, but yeah, there's that. Okay, and that was the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I forgot to film the outro for when I did it earlier today, so but this is the outro, and I'm really happy that I'm finally doing this. I've been wanting to do this for years, and makeup is really my passion. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I cut hair all day long, and this is kind of like what I do in my downtime. I really practice makeup, and I love it so much. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, give it a subscribe. Right now I'm just filming on my phone, and I hope in the near future I can start putting out better content, more high quality videos, and actually make this something for myself. So I hope you guys really enjoyed my first makeup tutorial, and I'll put a lot more out in the future. So please help your girl out. Subscribe, comment, and like. Thank you guys so much.